Eyewitness Weather forecast.
And a good Friday evening, everybody. I'm meteorologist Ron Reed, tracking a warm weekend ahead before we see some wet and windy weather build in for our Sunday. That's part of what I'm tracking right now. If we can take a look at that, we've got temperatures to start moderating as an area of high pressure moves toward the east. I'll show you that in a second, where it is right now and where it's going to be going. And then we'll see a warm Sunday with some late day showers returning. Many of us could get into the upper 60s and low 70s on Sunday, but along with that comes a few rumbles of thunder possible even into Monday, and it will become quite blustery and even gusty. And I'll show you those wind gusts coming up in just a second. Right now we do have a lot of sunshine to the north of the banner. To the south of it, a lot of clouds building into downtown Utica right now, so it kind of makes for an interesting picture when you take the banner into account. But nonetheless, 54 degrees, a westerly breeze at 10 miles an hour. It wasn't as blustery today. It was still breezy at times, but it actually felt warmer because of that, in spite of all the clouds out there too. And that dew point is at 34. I'll talk more about the dew point coming up in just a second as well. Temperatures across the region right now are largely into the lower and middle 50s, especially from the thruway on toward the south. But up toward the north, we've got Lowville at 47, Old Forge at 46, and even down toward the south, Cooperstown at 49. As of the 6 o'clock hour. That's up in many cases 1, 2, even 4 degrees from this time yesterday because of the shift in wind direction, and also the winds not as gusty as they were at this time yesterday. Across our area, the radar is free and clear of precipitation, but off toward the Rochester Finger Lakes region there have been a couple of returns, and that's because of a warm front building in. That's the reason why we're seeing the increase in clouds over our area, but not much precipitation associated with it. You might find some scattered mist or drizzle heading through the overnight hours, but most of us remain dry thanks to this high pressure that'll skirt off toward the east. Back toward the west, though, this is the cold front that will be building in from the Great Lakes and the Ohio Valley as we head into the weekend, at least the second half of it, and that could cause those gusty winds and some heavy rain for Sunday. But before we get there, we'll be dealing with a lot of sunshine as we head through Saturday. A few clouds out there too, 65, more like the low 70s as we head through Sunday. With things remaining on the dry side on our futurecast overnight tonight, you'll see there could be a couple of showers toward and after midnight, but those will kind of fizzle as they head over towards us. Temperatures tomorrow under a lot of clouds, making their way from the 50s up into the mid, possibly the upper 60s, which is a little bit above average for this time of year and warmer than it has been recently. So we'll be watching that storm building in from the west. There will be those gusty winds along with it as well, especially as we head towards Sunday. There could be gusts 40 to maybe 45 miles an hour at times, a little bit less toward the Hudson Valley, and there will be an uptick in the dew points as well. But before we get there, we've got a nice Saturday, and we'll be tracking showers through much of next week. We do need that rain. Thomas, back to you.
Jordan. Now, your Eyewitness Weather forecast.
And happy Friday evening, everybody. I'm meteorologist Ron Reed, tracking a warm weekend, at least to start. It gets even warmer for Sunday, but it also turns windier and wetter. Let's take a look at what I'm tracking over the weekend. As I mentioned, temps to start moderating tomorrow as high pressure slides over toward the east. I'll have that for you in just a few moments, as well as Sunday turning warmer with late day showers returning. Along with that could come a few rumbles of thunder as well as a gusty breeze, and that will last into Monday as well. As far as high temperatures for our Friday, we were within a couple of degrees of average for this time of year, which is right around 60. But for today, we were actually a little bit warmer than the last couple of days, and it also helped that it was still breezy, but it wasn't as gusty or as blustery as the last couple of days. As I mentioned, that'll change as we head into Sunday. Tomorrow will be breezy, temperatures around 65 with partly to mostly cloudy skies. A southeasterly breeze around 5 to 10 miles an hour, fueling that warmth even more so as we head through Sunday when that wind picks up to 10 to 15 out of the southeast, and that causes temperatures to get into the low, maybe the mid 70s for some of us, at least the upper 60s in our cooler spots, with those spotty thunder shower chances coming in, especially toward the afternoon and into the evening hours. Overnight tonight, we do have a warm front moving through, and that will result in some additional clouds, maybe a little bit of mist and or drizzle, but no appreciable precipitation, I should say. As we head through our Saturday, we'll start off in the mid-30s, warmer than recent nights, and Saturday itself will be warmer than recent days into the lower and mid-60s, which is about 5 degrees above average for this time of year, thanks again to that southerly breeze. And that southerly breeze is with us on Sunday, but particularly in the afternoon, and we'll be dealing with gusts on Sunday, anywhere from 20 to 30 miles an hour throughout the day in advance of this front that'll be building in from the Great Lakes and the Ohio Valley. And in advance of that, we'll see that southerly breeze. A lot of sunshine to start on Sunday. We'll see increasing clouds throughout the afternoon. And around 4 to 5 p.m., that's when those wind gusts pick up in advance of the front. They could be as high as 35 to 40 miles an hour at times. So if you have any Halloween inflatables, you'll definitely want to keep that in mind, as well as those rain chances. They're about 20% on Sunday. They go up to 80% on Monday. So wet start to the work week. And even some spotty or scattered showers are with us Tuesday and into Wednesday, just not the thunder. Recently, we've been talking about dew points at or below 50 degrees, but as we head through Sunday, before that front moves through and the southerly wind comes in, we'll see those dew points spike at around 55. Not really anything noticeable, but still not as dry as it has been recently. As we go through the next couple of days, we'll see temperatures in the 60s tomorrow, getting into the low 70s as we head through Sunday. And then 60s to start both Monday and Tuesday, but behind the front Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday looking cooler, with temperatures only in the mid-50s and definitely getting some much-needed rain in here over the next couple of days. Thomas, back to you.
Thank you.
Now, your eyewitness weather forecast.
And 11:09 is the current time on your Friday evening. I'm meteorologist Jordan Reed, tracking a warm weekend before things take a turn for the wet and windier as we head toward Sunday. Let's take a look at what we're tracking right now. And as I mentioned, temperatures to start moderating as we head through Saturday, with high pressure sliding toward the east. Warm as we head through Sunday, with late day showers returning, and some of those could contain some embedded thunder as well as some gusty winds. I'll have a look at those wind gusts coming up for you in just a second. Right now, the wind is calm in downtown Utica, and thanks to that and cloudy skies in downtown Utica, it's 44 degrees, so much warmer than it was this time last night. That dew point is also up there as well at 38, so that means the temperature won't drop as quickly or as much as it did this time last night. By and large, many of us are much warmer than it was this time last night. So down toward the south, with that being said, there are a couple of locations that are into the middle and upper 30s, but it's as warm as 48 degrees both in the Salt City of Syracuse and over in Camden at the present time. As I mentioned, significantly warmer than this time last night. In some cases, as much as 7 to 10 degrees, especially the further west that you had. Look at Watertown, 18 degrees warmer than this time last night when many of us had frost and freeze. That's where we're also seeing some light drizzle or even some sprinkles or even a couple of showers out there near and north of Syracuse, thanks to a warm front that's building in. That's the reason for the additional clouds, the southeasterly breeze, and this is the high pressure that will be sliding off toward the east, causing a warm up as we head through our Saturday, and eventually some clearing skies back toward the west, though. This is the storm system that will be building into the Great Lakes in the Ohio Valley that will be with us for the second part of Sunday and into Monday as well. We will definitely need the rain from that. Overnight tonight, we'll see those clouds, though, and again, can't rule out an isolated spotty shower out there, but most of us will remain dry. We'll just see a lot of clouds overnight. A southeasterly breeze tomorrow, around 5 to 10 miles an hour, warms our temperatures up into the mid, possibly the upper 60s, but regardless, above average for this time of year. We'll clear things out tomorrow night, but still a little bit milder than it is tonight. And tonight we'll get down into the mid 30s as well before we start to see that storm system build in from the west. Out ahead of it, we'll see a mix of sun and clouds on Sunday morning into the early part of the afternoon. And even throughout the day, we'll see gusts of wind 20 to 30 miles an hour. It's after 3, 4, 5 p.m. that we'll see wind gusts 30 to 40 miles an hour. So if you have any Halloween inflatables, definitely want to make sure to deflate them or secure them in some way as we head through Sunday, because you don't want them blowing away and becoming a hazard. As we head through the next couple of days, then highest rain chance comes on Monday with some scattered showers and even a thunderstorm in there or two. And as that storm system moves through, the dew points will come up. They've been relatively low the last couple of days, but they'll come up to around 55, so we'll feel refreshing, whereas it's been dry the last couple of days. But as we head through the next week, it'll be anything but dry with scattered chances for showers, even once we get beyond Monday. Thomas, I'll send it back to you.